get after it, guy.
You get the countdown?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. I'm not gonna lie to you though. I know I asked you to do this, but I'm nervous. I don't know why.
Have you done this before yet? Like, have
Well,
you?
I have my other podcast that I do every week
Yeah.
with my buddy out of my garage.
Yeah.
Um, but nothing like it's not on camera yet because I don't have a camera that'll do it, and it's a lot to just get two that'll switch back and forth so it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
So in terms of face to face, this is gonna go on. By the way, you're okay with this going on YouTube, right?
Totally.
I mean, we're all over the place now, and we're gonna have to get to that. But so I think just for everyone else, we'll explain the premise of this. Basically, how it's gonna work again is we're gonna do this, and then instead of me finding another guest, it's completely on you. So whatever direction you want this to go is basically where it's gonna go, which excites me and makes me absolutely fucking nervous. So.
Of course. Yeah, dude. I was kind of feeling stressed because I was like, do I have to have somebody by today? And I was like,
no.
But
yeah, you can take your time. I mean, don't let it take a month. I'd like to keep this rolling.
I got you.
But yeah, other than that, I feel like we should start with catch up. We haven't talked in forever.
Like a couple of years, man.
Yeah, 2 years since graduation now.
Yeah, it's a while. I don't think I've seen you in maybe like a year and a half.
I haven't seen a lot of people, especially since obviously the virus.
COVID.
Anyone that's been the only people I hang out with are the people in like a hometown circle.
Yeah.
I guess the only kids from college would be anyone I went to high school with as well, and then Jake Heim.
Yeah, dude. I basically once quarantine started, I didn't see anybody other than Carrie because I live with my parents. So
I do too.
So I just couldn't see anybody. And then when I finally moved out, started school, I developed a little bubble of people who I've been seeing every weekend, which has been nice.
How early after undergrad did you start?
I just started
medical.
I just started this year. So I took 2 years off from school where I was just working.
Okay.
Which was honestly a super nice reset. I'm really happy I did that.
Oh, I bet.
Some classmates right now who came straight out from undergrad, and they're
they have to be just absolutely wound out.
Yeah, exactly. People are getting burnt out, and I'm over here I chilled enough. It's time for me to get to work. So
yeah, you're into it. You're you want to grind almost.
Yeah, exactly. I've been itching to have this structured schedule of wake up, study, workout, eat, study,
something to do. Yeah, no, because I know we talked. What was it 2.5 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
And you were super pumped to do this, and you're dude, I can't do anything for 2 weeks. I can't even squeeze in 30 minutes of extra time, and obviously it was no big deal. But I was like, holy shit! I mean, medical's gotta be. I could never do it, but
it's quite the grind. It's it's more than a full-time job, and I'm paying to do it.
Yeah. That's,
really want to do it. So just know that I got to grind. So
I think it takes a different breed of human to finish 4 or 5 years of undergrad and go, you know what I want to do? 8 more years of this.
But way harder.
Exactly. No gen ed, gen eds are top level classes, I would assume in.
Yeah, no, it's
undergrad.
It's just tough. I mean, there's it's primarily I have 2 major classes that take up 95% of my time. And then the other 5% of my time are split between these other classes that are built on clinical skills and just professionalism, which are it's not really they're not they don't count towards your grade. It's more so just okay, you passed, you can do a physical exam, stuff like that. So yeah.
Are you doing since it's your first year, are you doing any lab stuff yet? Or would you have done any lab stuff that you can't do because of COVID?
Yeah. So with our first year, we're supposed to have the biggest thing for most medical students is to have anatomy in your first year. And within that is an anatomy lab, a dissection where you essentially dissect human cadavers. And we did not get that this year, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, it also does save a lot of time. We are still learning all the information that we need to know from these virtual applications and stuff. But yeah, so we can't do that. But then we also have these like physical exam skills where like you practice like, okay, like let me listen to your heart or let me listen to your lungs, which we do in person. But it's just like on a smaller scale, and they like schedule us where we're in like clusters of like 6 or 8 people. So we've been able to do that for the most part. So it's really like the one main thing that we haven't been able to do is the anatomy like labs.
Do you think because they have to schedule it so like with only so many people, it's almost making this more time consuming because you have to do it outside of a classroom where you'd probably be learning as well?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's definitely more time consuming for the staff because they have to be in for all these sessions. But for us, it's still like the labs that we do. It's not like we would do it like at the same time as like a didactic session. It's like you'll have like your lecture where you're like learning the stuff from like a professor. And then you'll have these practical applications where you're just like doing things. And so they're still separated out regardless of if it's like in person or remote. So I don't really think it's any more work for us. It might be just like weirder times as opposed to like during the middle of the day.
Yeah.
We have some labs at like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. or something like that. So,
and you got to fit in your TikToks in between there as well.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't want to get into that right away because I have plenty of that on here. I think we can get into just basically how we know each other too, because we went to UW-Madison togetger.
Go back.
So like, because I know this will have some audience, especially like a TikTok audience. But for any one of our friends that listen to this, like we know how you know each other.
Yeah.
So it's very uncomfortable, but
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, we got to do it. No, we met at UW-Madison. I would guess probably out at a bar, but more, I think, I don't want to say intimately, but like on a personal level.
Kusky.
What?
It was intimate in that kitchen, man.
Oh yeah, but at work, yeah, we worked at the same bar, which I think that place cultivated so many like good relationships just because it was a zoo, and we were a bunch of zoo animals caged up.
Yeah, and you absolutely were like, like it totally like stripped us down to like our most like primal instincts at like 4 a.m. like after a full night of just like working and just like being shit on by the customers
and probably drunk.
Yeah, and then we could like go out and stay out after that.
Oh, it was. I mean, I'm sure people are sick of us or anyone talking about their time at that bar.
Dude, I bring it up to all my friends still.
Like, people bring it up to me all the time. Like, you know how much money you gave away, this, that. I'm like, oh, I know. Trust me. I should have been canned 2 shifts in.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think I always say to people like bartending must have been so fun. And a lot of times I say, I think some of my favorite shifts were bar backing. And especially when it was you and I and maybe one other person behind the bar. And well, like for one, the bartenders we had were already super fun. So then it was just like us. We were basically getting paid to go out.
Dude, when we were bar backing, like that's the thing. When we were bartending, it felt like we were working. But when we were bar backing, you could get away like us, like we could get away with not doing a single thing
for a good hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where's Kusky or Lorenzo?
Yeah.
I think they're playing darts. And that, like, it's happened. Like, it's not an exaggeration. That has happened to every bar back that has worked there.
Oh, absolutely. It's
a rite of passage. You have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to almost get fired.
Oh my God. What was his name? Micah would have to take you back to the fridge.
Yeah. Safety meeting. Everyone comes back glossy eyed.
So funny.
No, but I was thinking about this probably like an hour ago. The amount of times I was approached while bar backing when we were able to play our own music for one. The amount of people that approached me like, "Are you drunk?" Because I would be dancing my ass off,
yeah,
left and right, and sometimes I was, And then there are times where it was simply working with you. You would dance no matter what. Like if it was
Dude.
2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the morning, you were dancing behind the bar, and it
Yeah.
was so contagious that I would do it. And I'm not one that usually is just constantly dancing around.
I knew that like when I got you, I'm like, all right, we're in it tonight. Like
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a blast, no matter
like,
what.
we are having a night tonight.
It was so fun. I loved it. And then we would. It was even better when they would trust me. Like Nathan would trust me. Like, you make the bar back schedule. Where's everyone going? I'm like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
Me, I'm going back. No one else. Leave us alone.
Dude, that was so I just can't believe that like I mean, given that we got paid a minimum wage, but we still got paid to do that.
Tip. Yeah,
And
it was.
tips, man.
Some of those were really nice. And if you think the best part is honestly feeling like you're not working a lot of nights. There were plenty of nights where this sucks and there was a lot of work, but there were so many nights where I got to the point where I didn't care if I worked.
Yeah, I would say majority of the nights you're just hanging out with your friends because we were all so tight there, you know?
Yeah, hanging out with your friends, not only that were coworkers, but then your friends would come to the bar.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're the bar back, you just slip around and 45 minutes, play darts, go back, clean some dishes.
Have you been back recently?
I
went not during like all this stuff, but like before.
Actually, I was in Madison last weekend for the game, but
how was that?
Well, I went way off campus, and we just stayed at someone's apartment. There's a few of us and just watched the game. Went nowhere afterwards. Like, just gonna watch the game, pass out here, call it. I'm not a fan of going into town anymore. It's just I felt old in my extra semester, and I would feel extremely old showing up to that place and just like, I know none of you.
Yeah, dude. That's like so the opposite of me, man. I still want to go back like all the time. I mean, like obviously now, like I don't like I've been there to visit Carrie. But like we didn't go out and stuff. But like I'm always itching to go back to Madison. Like my friends here at school, they wanted to go to Madison last weekend, but we ended up just watching the game here. But I think we might go up in like a couple weeks. We might go like camping at Devil's Lake or something.
That'll be fun. It could be cold.
I know.
No, the thing is, like, I would love to go up there, but I can't just go up like two of us. I would like a squad. Yeah, because I'm so used to going out there and you look left, you look right, and you know everyone, at least 2-3 people in every direction. And to go up there with one other person and just kind of sit in the corner of the place you work. I mean, it would be fun, but then after a while, you'd be like, I don't want to feel older than I actually am. And we're not old, but that would make me feel like our children are around the corner.
Because, dude, it's such like, I mean, the places we went to, it's just like college kids. It's such a college town. And I'm not trying to hit like Paul's Club when I go to Madison.
No, I mean, as much as I love those places, and I talked about it actually on Tuesday on my other podcast, that every other weekend, like once in a while, I wouldn't mind doing the nice dinner, go to Paul's Club and a drink, and then go out. Like we don't
as a pregame.
As a pregame. Like then I don't mind doing that. We call it I don't need to asshole pregame 3 nights a week. But no, that place is just, it's given me a lot. I think that was one of the 2 best decisions I ever made in college was
working at the W.
Working at that bar, yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, like the skills being a bar, like we're just working at a bar in general. Like whether you're a bar back, you're in the kitchen, you're a bouncer, you're a bartender, just working at a bar in general just teaches you just like unbelievable communication skills.
Oh yeah. Like, the amount of different people you have to deal with.
Oh my God, dude.
At different toxicity levels.
Yeah. And like, it's like you deal with them when they're like, you can meet the nicest person in the entire world. And then an hour later, 5 shots later, they're literally just trying to cut your head off. Like
they're trying to jump over the bar. Like, I'll do it myself. I'm like, no, you won't.
And it's like, I remember, so like immediately after college, I started working in an emergency room, and like a lot of emergency rooms, like you deal with really like frustrating patients. Like most places you'll deal with all these different types of people. And it's like all these doctors and nurses and stuff are complaining. And I'm like, I've literally like did this for like 2 years, but they were all drunk too.
Yeah, it was almost worse working at a bar. Everyone at least here kind of wants your help.
Yeah,
Everyone at the bar is like, I'll do it myself.
yeah. Like you're
Well,
on. Like I was
now.
like desensitized to like annoying patrons.
Yeah, you see nothing.
Yeah,
I
you like learn to put on a face, man.
my least favorite was the people that would expect to be hooked up with
Oh,
drinks.
it's so awkward.
And part of it, I would say 75% of it was my fault because Corey and I up front would just
Yeah. Sauce it up.
we give away way
Yeah.
too much. And then people would come out to me like, "Oh, I'm with this group."
That's the
I'm
word.
like, all right, come on, man.
Association, I don't know you. Like
The worst one I ever had, I shit you not. Someone came up to me and they definitely heard their friend wrong when they said, if you like, oh, you might get a deal. We know Kusky.
Yeah.
They heard say, I know Kusky. And they came up to me and they go, so I know Kusky. And I go, really? I go, point him out for me. And they're like, you're not getting it.
So funny. Oh my god, that's unbelievable.
Like that was the funniest one I got.
So funny. Oh my god.
What do you think is the craziest thing that happened to you there?
Dude, it was a night I wasn't even working. Like it was I don't know if you remember this, but like there was this bachelor party that was there.
I might have let them all up to the roof for some money. Yeah.
Dude, there was a bachelor party was there. I was just out, and like this one dude, like he's a part of this bachelor party. He like starts like we're at the bar, and he starts like just like touching like at like one of my friends who's a girl.
Yeah.
At the bar, and he just starts like grabbing her butt. And so like I basically like I tell him off. I'm like, dude, like I could get you kicked out of this bar in a second.
Like, they don't believe you because you don't have the shirt on. Yeah.
He doesn't believe me. So he squares up. He like squares up and I'm like, you're trying to fight me right now? And then he just like gives me a knock to the face. And I'm like,
really?
I'm like, oh my God, no way. Jack Spencer and Steve Carina.
Two
big dudes.
Goofy guys.
They like, come up to this dude, and then all the bouncers, like several bouncers did too. Then his other friend started trying to get into a fight. His like friend it was his bachelor party, like started trying to get into a fight. And meanwhile, I can't remember who was behind the bar, but somebody behind the bar was like, "Let's get behind the bar right now," like because I just kept chirping. I'm not gonna fight. I wouldn't win a fight.
I'm the same. I was the same way. That was the thing too. If we weren't working, we would go out there.
Yeah.
And when we had the opportunity to just big man someone, we often took it. And the amount of times like I will get you thrown out right now, and they'd look at you like, "Who do you think you are?" I'm like, "Who do you know?"
Yeah, do you know who I am?
And I had the same situation. Well, I didn't get into a fight, but in terms of your friends backing you up,
yeah,
is I'd constantly be with like the Corys and the Toasts.
Yeah,
I'm like, no one was gonna, if they hit me, we're probably gonna get thrown out.
Yeah,
even worse than they should have.
Yeah, and it's like also like the instinctual working as like a bar back or a bouncer. You see action, you're going straight to it.
Oh
and
yeah.
If it's like for me, like I had Spencer who he was a bouncer at Chasers, and I obviously also had like Pashal and like these other dudes who are like
no one lacking in style
to the action, and I'm like, I don't need to do a single thing except talk just keep talking shit.
We were the eyes and the mouth. They were the muscle.
Yeah, they were the muzzle. Hey, don't sell yourself short, man. You've got some. You're pretty. You're pretty beefy.
5'2", 120 pounds of me. No, I almost got into one fight, and it was the first game day I ever worked bar backing, and I got way too cocky. And some guy, I think one of the managers, like, "Hey, throw him out for me."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Man, you got to go." And he starts, and I'm trying to like kind of push him out, and we can't really touch him, but you can kind of direct him.
Yeah, you can direct.
So mad. This man is like the size of Thor. He is huge. Like, he might not have had sleeves on,
That's like the most awkward thing. It's like, why would you? I understand, like, it's like you just have to use what you have, but like as managers, it's like they look at like me, like somebody just like scrawny, and like, why would you ask me to kick this giant?
Exactly.
Like, ask like Toth or Corey. Like,
I mean, just take 5 minutes out of their time and not have to send me to the hospital.
yeah.
But I'm ushering him out, and I have my hand on his back, and I go, man, you got to go. And he goes, you touch me one more time, I'm going to kick your ass.
Oh God, that's so scary.
And this is like so me. I just slowly take my hand back and go, get out. This man turned around, took the hat off my head, threw it across the bar, puts his arm up, and I swear on my life, I was so comfortable with the fact that my ass was just about to get like,
I was like,
and I was okay with it. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get my life handed.
Because like in your head, it's like when you hit him on the back, you're like, all right, I'm asking for it, but
I'm asking for it. I 100% was asking for it. And like the hand of God just reached out, and it was his buddy, grabbed his arm. I swear he was a foot from my face. He goes, dude, you don't want to do that. I was like, oh, sweet. And he escorted him out.
That is unbelievable, man.
Oh,
scary, dude. Yeah, no, when I got punched, it was this dude like leaned back and punched me. Like I could tell like he wasn't actually trying to like fuck me up, but he still hit me.
And he probably was just too drunk.
He was too hammered. But dude, like the rest of that story, like this dude he got charged with assault, and then his other friend punched Killian, who was bouncing at the time, and that dude was charged with assault. And the guy who hit me, as he was being escorted out, he swung at somebody, and he got tased by the cops outside.
You have to do a lot for the cops to really interact.
Yeah. And especially just to interact with you at the bar. It's like, because usually it's like we have it handled, but like these guys were like, they were so hammered, and it was like his bachelor party, so he thought he like owned the place. But like I remember the cops were talking to me and Killian afterwards, like, this guy hit you? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, that's battery.
Like, what else can we get?
I was like, this is hilarious.
That's so funny. Can you imagine that phone call?
Oh my God.
To your fiance the next morning.
It's like a worst case scenario of The Hangover.
Like the last thing you want to happen on your bachelor party is you all like a hangover situation where why are we here?
Like your bachelor party, why are you going to a college bar?
College bar where no one is over the age of probably 23.
I don't know.
Unless you're one of those like kids that never left home and is getting married 21, then it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never understood that. I always asked. I loved when adults would come in.
Yeah.
That weren't there for their kids at all.
Yeah.
And watching them like try and interact, like you guys are just kind of creepy. Specifically guys.
Yeah, it gets really weird. I mean, like they know what they're getting. Like they know why they're there, and it's just like
the guys are the worst, the absolute worst. I had two guys come up to me out of no. I walked into the bar for 10 minutes, and they're like, "We could take any girl in here you want." I'm like, "Really? You're like 60." If you were 35 and I don't know, Wall Street guy, I might agree with you. A decent looking, but I mean, dude, you look like a burnt meatball.
Dude, it's just like I always looked at those people. I'm like, God, I really hope nothing terrible in my life happens to me that just makes me end up like those dudes. Like
I agree. I didn't want to be like a regular at that kind of bar.
Yeah.
Like it'd be cool to when you settle down or you have a place and you're like, oh, this is where I go all the time to have a drink. And you can be considered a regular. But to be the guy that's alone, and you know exactly who I'm talking about, alone at the end of the bar, by himself standing with a crowd of like 21-year-olds begging for a drink.
Oh God.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't want to be that guy ever.
I do not want to be that guy. Oh my God, man.
Something's got to go real wrong for me. Like, you know where I want to be on a Friday night?
Surrounded by a bunch of kids that I don't know.
Oh, it would be brutal. I mean, again, we don't know his story, but I
Yeah,
still want to be in that
yeah,
situation.
not be in that situation at all. Hope it's going
Um, I say let's uh, get off the W for a second
well.
here. Otherwise, I feel like we could do this for an
I would
hour.
do it for like literally the whole day. I could talk. Man, that place was awesome.
Unreal. I honestly could do a whole video series with each employee that I work with,
Oh,
that I enjoy working with. It would be hilarious. Um, but I think let's go after why I wanted you to be number one on this. Obviously, I think you're gonna, for one, you have a personality. I don't think you mind talking to people,
oh,
and you've been in the limelight a little bit, so you know how this works.
yeah.
It'd be different if I just found my neighbor and asked them to do this and be pretty uncomfortable. But after graduation, you've always been a huge dancer, as we alluded to before,
Yeah,
and you took dance. I never knew you could take dance classes at
yeah,
UW-Madison until you went and were doing it.
yeah.
And then TikTok came around,
TikTok came around, man.
and did you hop on that right away?
No, man. So I was super anti TikTok. Like,
I still am, to be honest.
yeah, I mean,
To a point.
it's dangerous, dude. It's like it's crazy addicting. Like, but it actually was Musically was the name of the app, like back in
Yep.
2016. And I remember me and like this girl I knew, we downloaded it as a joke and we like made videos as a joke. And then like for like that summer, like the summer we started working at the W, like I made a couple of videos on there, like just like stupid videos. And then I deleted it from my phone. And then this past November, I was out with one of my friends and she was like, Lorenzo, like, why don't you make any TikToks? I'm like, because I don't have an account. She's like, no, you do. It's like pokemonmasterzo. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the account I made like 4 years ago. But
That's
music,
Pokemon Masters. Oh, okay.
yeah, because Musically was like, it converted to TikTok at like, I think in 2018 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And then, so I was like, oh, damn, I have an account with like stupid videos up. I'm going to try and get into my account. And then I got into my account in like November and I was like, I deleted my old videos and I just left it at that. And then this was like last year. And then when quarantine started, I was like, maybe it's time to hop back on
I
TikTok.
feel like you really picked up during quarantine. Yeah,
Like,
a lot of people got.
I made like my first real video. I made it with Carrie. And then I was like, okay, this is actually kind of fun. And then I just started like, and I was like, basically from all of quarantine, I was unemployed because I stopped working at the ER I worked at, which I like had always planned to stop working in March. And then it just like worked out timing wise that like that was the start of COVID. So like I didn't have to go into work. So basically like from March until school started, I was unemployed. So I was like, I'll just like make videos, I guess. And
It
then
worked.
yeah, it worked, man.
Um, so I think for people that don't know, you are. I don't know the song. It's Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
So it's a remix of Love Story.
Okay, yeah. So I really don't know. And you started the skateboard down the driveway and the
Yeah, the hip thrusts. Yeah, I did. So I can't take full credit though. I always have to give credit where credit is due. There, like I found the song, like I don't know, maybe in July because that's when the video came out. I like saw it on a video of some guy like it was these two guys. This kid, his name is Ethan, and he like played the song and then just started doing the hip thrusting thing. And I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. And this song's fire. How can I add my little twist to this? And
so you remixed a remix.
yeah, basically. And like I had already been doing these like putting my phone on a skateboard and dancing videos. And so I did that with a song and that totally took off. And like when I first saw the song on TikTok, you can see like how many videos use this song, right? You can see how many specific sound. When I first used it, it had like 40 videos underneath it. By the end of the week after I made it, it had I think like 250,000.
That's absurd.
And then like right now, if you look at it, it's maybe like upwards of like in the millions.
Millions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think that video went viral? Do you have like
I honestly like I couldn't tell you. I think it's just like I think one of the things was like the whole like pushing the skateboard away was like the
the
main
creativity
thing.
of it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that whole effect is like something that like you never really saw a lot of on TikTok. I mean, I just did it as on like on a whim one time. So I'm like, oh, this would be a good idea. And I'd made like a bunch of videos before doing that, but they never like took off like this one. And then also just the song itself um, is like the remix is it's fire. The remix is disco lines. He made the remix and he's like doing it big now. Like he got signed to Universal Records after this. Like,
Are you serious?
yeah, like he's like doing it big.
So you got someone signed to Universal Records.
Put him on, man. And
Take credit. You need to take credit for that one. No,
dude,
it's have you had any other obviously I don't think you've had anything to that magnitude, have you?
okay, so in terms of like starting a trend, no. So that like really took off in terms of like other people were all doing this and like tagging me and like doing the same exact thing, like with the pushing away, like all this stuff. Like, dude, there's a dog doing it. Like it's crazy. But
Crazy. Yeah.
that video got like a little under 500K likes. But recently, dude, I had a video that got 3.5 million likes.
Really?
Yeah, and then I had another video that got like 1.8 million likes, and this was like all within the last like month. At the end of September, like I really like popped off a little more, but it wasn't like a trend starting thing per se, as much as it was just like a viral video.
I didn't know it. Now, how does because I don't have a TikTok.
Yeah,
I have an Instagram, so I basically have a TikTok.
yeah, yeah. Because everything that's on TikTok ends up being on Instagram. Like some.
Oh yeah, so I feel like I've basically seen.
Yeah.
Most of the. I feel like I've seen. I think that's why I don't like TikTok. Before I get to the question, is everything I see, and it's not that I don't like it. I understand why everyone enjoys it, and I would enjoy it if it wasn't so like oversaturated with basically remakes. Yeah. So I feel like what I liked about yours is you were the first one to do basically everything you're doing.
Yeah.
But half the people that are making serious money off this or extremely popular are just doing what everyone else is doing.
Like, I mean, like
so it's not in my mind. It's 10% extremely creative. 90% of it is the most uncreative app I've ever seen.
That's fair. Okay, so here's my argument. I haven't really even. I'm just gonna like go on a wing. Like I'm just gonna wing this. I agree with you. Like I agree that like the Charlie D'Amelio's, the Addison Rays, they're like the two biggest creators. They don't do any of their own stuff. Like they're using other people's dances. They're doing all this stuff to like. They're good dancers, and they're using dancers, and they're like like they're making millions of dollars. But also at the same time, it's like, dude, like when these girls like will do a dance by like a creator who has like maybe like less than 100K, the next day that person will have like 500,000 followers. Like, it put on so quickly on this app, and like,
I'm not denying the influence any of people have. I'm just more like the creativity aspect, and because the whole like entertainment world, in my opinion, all we're doing is sequels and remakes right now.
Regurgitating. We
are running out of ideas.
Yeah.
And so like seeing something new like yours is cool to see. And then it is cool to see it take off.
Yeah.
But then after a while, I guess it's your video. So you're like, I would love to see people do this for a long time.
Yeah.
But do you get sick of seeing the same stuff over and over again?
I mean, so that's also the other thing with TikTok is that like trends happen and they go away quick. So like
everything does.
My whole trend, whatever, like it was hot for like maybe like a week. And I literally like that whole week, it's like every other video is like in my head, like you hear the song, like literally every like other video. And it was getting annoying, but then it's like it disappears. Like, and so like there's constantly like new things people are doing, new songs people are using. Like it's such just like a dynamic platform for content. And yes, you're right, it does get stale very quickly when millions of people are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that I like to do is like I never like to do like I hate just doing like a TikTok dance just straight up. Like
Yeah.
I need to add my own thing to it that like distinguishes me from like all these other people doing it. Because it's like I'm not like if you're not like a super hot girl or like a super hot dude, you're not going to get likes for just doing what everybody's doing, you know.
No, and like that's another like I could go down that avenue is the
It's totally objectifying. And
it's so it's dude, the whole everything's objectifying, and that's not going to change. The fact that one of the most like, I mean, dude, they're not even 18. Half these people.
oh my
So
god.
like the amount of, I feel like some of it's almost creepy how much people idolize a 16-year-old girl right now.
Yeah, like I mean, like yeah, Charlie D'Amelio is 16 and she has like I don't know, like I don't even know how many followers she has, but it's like
A bajillion.
how many
But also,
like old dudes like like it's weird. Man.
but also more power to her, because I would bet a lot that she started that the same reason you started, is like I just want to make videos and dance
Yeah,
and having fun. She just kind of happened to slip into that.
oh, yeah.
And that's the other part, like where I say like I get annoyed with it, but I also get it. Like I see it both ways. I get why people do it. It's entertaining, you're fun. It's the new thing to do.
Yeah.
It's just I wish people would go more your route and be like, okay, this is the trend right now. Your dance.
Mm-hmm.
How is yours different?
Yeah.
And
I mean, the thing is, also another caveat with TikTok is like, depending on what you like, and like, because their algorithm is insane. Like I can go a whole like depending on like what videos I'm liking for like that day or that week will determine what I'm seeing. So like there was like
I heard you can kind of curb your feed.
Yeah. So like there was like a good 2 weeks when like I was only getting like Avatar: The Last Airbender content. I wasn't getting any TikTok dances. I was just getting like creative like content about like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I was loving it. Like,
That's nice.
yeah, because that's the thing. Like,
I was not expecting that one.
yeah, because that's the thing, man. Like, they're like you'll like a video, and then you look at other videos under this song that are like related, and then your feed will just evolve into like, okay, you liked this, we're gonna give you a ton of that right now.
Does that get? I feel like that's awesome, but could it also get annoying? Like, oh, I like this one video. Like, oh, let's say I like one person. You do the renegade dance.
Yeah.
If my feed changed into a bunch of prepubescent teens doing the renegade dance for a week straight, I would lose my mind.
See, that's the thing though. It's like I feel like I keep having these counter arguments. It's like when you don't spend time on a video, it like knows that. Like,
yeah, true. Your duration in the video.
Like it realizes like, okay, you only spent like half a second on this video. Let's like not give this person that many of those videos.
Bottom of the queue. Yeah.
So it's like I've never. God, it's so messed up, man. The whole TikTok is the whole algorithm and whatever. Like, I feel like they just know me better than I know myself. Like, I've never felt like, wow, my page is like so annoying right now.
You're never like constantly refreshing for something new.
No, I'm
That's
like,
good.
Like go down and be like, nice. Like it's.
You're a good salesman for the app. I mean, it's making me want to download it a little more.
It's a rabbit hole, man. You could be on there for hours. I
was gonna say, how much time do you think you spend on it a day?
I set a timer on it. If I ever go over like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I stop. Like,
yeah.
But that's like
a lot, but I can spend that much time on like an Instagram feed or whatever, or YouTube.
Yeah.
Which Instagram, I might as well have the TikTok.
Yeah.
Who is not to like keep going back to your trend or your viral video, but obviously you saw just constantly video after video coming back to you. Yeah. Who would you say and genuinely is your favorite one? Okay, your favorite submission you saw of it, and the person you were most surprised who did it.
Who did I get excited about? I mean, like,
because everyone did it.
Like Charlie Video did it.
Yeah.
Like I would say I was I mean, just in terms of like sheer surprise, like probably Charlie D'Amelio because she's like the literal biggest creator on the app.
Queen of TikTok.
Yeah. So like she did.
I don't mean that in a bad way. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. She's making millions and she's like so much younger than us, not even in college. Like
it makes me sick to my stomach. I'm like, oh my God, this set.
I know, right? It's crazy. Like they're so loaded now. But the craziest person who honestly, like, dude, this dog did it. Like a dog, like a very well trained dog. Like, and they have like did it was like on beat, like jumping on beat and stuff. Like their trainer like did it like that. And that's probably like the coolest one that I saw. And it has like 9 million or 10 million likes or something.
Did you see that? Do you see the trainer in the video at all, or is it just the dog?
Just the dog. And it's
that's
impressive.
impressive.
Yeah, it's just like I didn't think dogs were well trained enough to do that, but I mean, hey man, do anything.
I mean, good for them. So you mentioned when we talk on what 2.5 weeks ago that, and I can edit this out if you don't want people to know, but you are one of the few people who actually can monetize your TikTok.
We can talk about it. I love putting
so now you said obviously you're not making D'Amelio dollars.
Oh no, I'm not making like that much money.
But let's say, because I know you have that huge passion for dancing, let's say you start making D'Amelio dollars, Addison Rae money. Yeah. Does med school become void to you? No. Or is that something you see through?
Med school is like, dude, I've worked so hard for this, like my whole, like, I mean, at least like all of college, you know, like I worked so hard to get here. And like, I always will like say that like TikTok is just a side hustle. It's like selling shoes. Like I can make money off this, but like, that's the reason I put a timer on it. Like once it starts like eating into my time that I'm studying, that's when I know like that's an issue. Cause like you can't, I mean, I feel like whenever I look at all these people, like I know that like the very tiny chance that I do make D'Amelio dollars, like D'Amelio dollars, that's also a hilarious thing. Like it's just not feasible. And at the same time, it's just like, it's not a sustainable career, like regardless of whoever.
No, you have to have, because I mean, I view TikTok, it's kind of like it is basically a Vine where one day it could and will end and you have to find out. Yeah. Like everything funnels back to YouTube.
YouTube, right. Yeah. And it's like, I'm not trying to, what's up guys? Welcome to my daily vlog, you know, like,
here's my morning routine.
Yeah. Dude, that's what like, cause like whenever, like once people are like, oh, TikTok's getting banned, all these big creators are like, I'm starting a YouTube channel, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram. Like, and it's like, cause it's like, this is all they have. But at the same time, it's like they're teens. They wouldn't have anything else. But then they're all adults who are like, they're trying to do this. Like they're trying their hardest to do this.
And yeah, it's tough. And it can be, I definitely can see how draining it can be. And I think it's so healthy you have a timer.
Yeah. Like I feel like, cause I've gotten to like points like with it where I'm like, wow, I have a crazy amount of followers. I need to make content right now. Like I need to make a video or something, like a video or whatever. But it's like for me, when it gets to that, it's like, okay, that's not how I should feel about it. I should make videos when I want to make videos.
Exactly. This should be, I think I hope I like evolve into kind of with all this is I want to do this because I like doing it.
Yeah.
And genuinely enjoy talking to you and other people.
Of course.
And I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. I never wanted to turn into, I have to do this.
Yeah, like a job, you know.
When it turns into a job, I no longer want to do it.
Exactly.
And I mean, if I was you, and I mean, I guess if I chose med school, I'm like, I need to see this through. Mm-hmm. But me being me, if I had to pick one or the other, screw med school. I didn't like undergrad.
The goal for me is like
pay off some loans.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've already like the money I've made so far, like 75% of it has gone towards paying off loans already.
That's awesome. And like I feel like that gives you a decent incentive to do it.
More side of
I want to do it.
Exactly. And it's like it's nice that it's just like it's like you could say it's passive income. I make a 15-second video. It takes me maybe like 5-10 minutes tops to make a video. And like I can make like, I don't know, like at my best, like when I was like at my very peak, like I was making like maybe like $100 in a day, like for like a week. Like
some people aren't making that at all right now.
Exactly. It's like I could just do that off of like a viral video. Like that's awesome. Like that's rent. That's a rent.
Are you making that through ads or sponsors, or is it directly from TikTok?
So the two streams of revenue that I currently have are on TikTok. You can join something called the TikTok Creator Fund, which is basically like it's AdSense on YouTube.
Okay.
So that's just like you get paid per view per like by engagement. So like I've equated it to like I've done some math and I have found out that like $1 will equate to around 25 to 30,000 views. And
if it's CPM,
and if it's a day when you're like when your account is popping, like you're getting comments and shares and stuff, $1 is closer to 25,000 views. When there's less engagement, $1 is closer to like 30,000 views. But that's for me. I don't know how, I haven't talked to anybody else about that, so I don't know if it breaks down the same way. But that's like money straight from TikTok, from the TikTok Creator Fund. And then the other stream of revenue is brand deals, where like I've done like a couple brand deals where they'll be like, we'll give you like a couple $100 to use this song or blah, 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 like, or like to advertise this, whatever. So it's like, that's another stream of revenue.
That's nice. I mean, like I said, it's no D'Amelio dollars, but
free stuff.
I feel like if you would, knowing you, if you had that kind of money coming in, it would take away from med school and like studying, and it would just be even harder.
Yeah, like because that
make something decent.
Yeah, like I think I agree with you. Like I don't know, I never want like this whole like I. It's crazy. I'm actually like low key an influencer.
You're high key.
Dude, I've got like
a lower level one, but yeah,
like I've got like, let me see, my count right now. I'm at 199.8 thousand followers, which is like, dude, that's.
I think my Instagram has 600.
Dude, that's 5 University of Wisconsin's. Like,
dude, that's nuts.
Yeah, it's like 10 times my hometown. Like when I put it into that perspective, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people that like seeing my videos, and it's like it's really cool to me. Like I've always like thought of it as some like unobtainable dream to like, you know, like make videos for people, just me having fun and them liking it.
And then liking it, yeah.
I would do it on Instagram, like, but I was always private. Like I would make a fool out of myself on Instagram, like ever since high school, bro. Like,
yeah, you have always done that. That is, that was through college too. But they were enjoyable, and I think you're one of the few people that I've seen do creative things that I've actually enjoyed watching, and I think it's because I know you're doing it for yourself and it's just for fun, rather than some people really trying to please their 300 followers on Instagram.
Like, dude, like I'm not gonna lie, pretty self-absorbed. I love watching my own videos, man.
I have 2 internet shows now. You think I like hearing myself talk?
Dude, it's like, yeah, it's like we do it for us. Like, it's like, that's my thing. It's like a study break. It's like I'll watch 3 lectures and it's like, okay, like, do I have any ideas for videos? I'll like scroll the page and be like, oh, I could do this. Make a video. It's like a 5-10 minute break and get back to studying.
Oh, I look forward to every week. I'll send a text out to my buddy on Monday, like, what's your schedule for this week? Let's get this.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to when we can do our next hour chat. Or I'm going to look forward to this now however often someone finds me a guest.
Yeah.
But I agree. It's definitely for us, and it's fun. It's finding something you actually like. It does bleed into wanting to, like, when you're doing other things, like I'm sure you find yourself, like you just said, thinking of what am I going to do during my 30-minute break where it's just TikTok.
Yeah. There's definitely like a sense of like, you have to maintain balance, and like, you have to like have your goals and set, like have your goals in mind as like, what's more important right now. Right.
Yeah.
And like, for me, it's like, it always comes down to like, I have this quiz tomorrow. I can make this TikTok whenever the hell I want.
Yeah. it's not like the world is gonna burn if I post it a day later. Then
Or if I don't post today, or like whatever, like like
yeah, it's not gonna be a big deal.
science, man.
I agree with you, and I don't know. I hope next time we talk, hopefully, isn't 2 years.
Yeah, I hope we get to see each
But
other.
let's see. I'm gonna guess. How long? Well, one. How long do you think TikTok sticks around?
Dude, I don't know. I give it like,
Think another year?
I think at least another year, maybe two, but no more than two. I think the bubble is going to burst soon. I think something new is going to come along. Like, I just don't think it's not as like sustainable as like a Facebook or an Instagram, because you're not like, I don't know, like the whole sense of like you can get like anybody can go viral on TikTok, but like I just feel like it's gonna get so oversaturated with just like, I don't know, like you said, like unoriginal content and like too many people just trying to do it to get big.
Well, I think a lot of it's going to turn into what Instagram kind of is now. And when you see like Instagram models or like you go to your explore page and it's just going to be ad, 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 ad. Like no one's going to be doing anything creative. It's just going to be selling someone else's stuff.
Yeah. And that's the thing that's nice right now. It's like TikTok is like, yes, there are people doing brand deals, but those videos never do well. And like they never do well, so they never get pushed out to more and more people. The only ads you see on TikTok are like every day there's like a new singular ad. When like you open up the app, you get this ad, and that's it. Like there's no ads in between, like interrupting your feed, which is the nice thing right now. But yeah, you're right. I anticipate that changing soon with like
that'll change. Yeah,
the new company. I think Oracle bought it out or something for the US. So like,
didn't they team up with a few other people?
Did they? What?
I don't know. They teamed up with a few other companies to buy the app.
I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah, dude, it's quite the bubble, and it's very hot right now. It is very hot right now, but it's definitely going to come back down to earth like sometime soon, I think.
I mean, it has to. I mean, for your sake, I hope it lasts a while and you have something to do. But I also think you'll find the next app, or
it was, and I made a couple $100.
Paid off some of my loans. Maybe it wasn't a lot.
Yeah,
school's got to be a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
How many more years you got? You're what, a semester down?
So yeah, basically one quarter down. Next week will be the end of my first quarter, and then. So I'm in my first year now. So there's 4 years of like medical school. And then after that is your residency, which is like your training. And that can be anywhere from 3 to 7 years. But that's like you're working at that point. But so like your residency is like you're getting paid, but you're not getting paid a lot and you're working like the worst hours. But that's just
like you started with like, so 4 years, then it sounded like there were more coming. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was so happy to be done with my 4.5.
We're different, man. I just like these past 2 years not doing anything. Like it was really nice, but I was just itching to get back to school.
Oh, I try and keep busy as much as I can. I hate just sitting around. Yeah. It is the worst thing. Feeling like you're actually doing something, even if it's as simple as recording us talking.
Yeah.
It's way better than watching TV.
Yeah, or watching, dude, like, oh my God, if I was on TikTok like in my 2 gap years, my brain would be fried because I was on YouTube like all the time, and like, but if I was like looking at TikToks all the time, like my eyesight would be terrible.
I can't imagine what TikToks you would have done if you were doing that.
Oh my God,
in college at work.
Oh my God,
you probably would have had me in a few videos.
We would have been killing it in them.
We would have already. We'd be making D'Amelio dollars.
We would be Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah,
dude,
I doubt it. We'd probably look back and like, I think we were a little more drunk than we thought. Oh God. Well, I know you have a lot of studying. I think you do. You got a test tomorrow or a quiz?
I've got a quiz tomorrow. Yeah.
What's it on? I think I can help you out.
It's about. It's like we're taking this class called Infection, Immunology, and Hematology, and we're basically just learning about like how your body fights diseases, and so that's what it's on.
Good timing.
It's very Oh my God. Like we're learning a lot about COVID, And yeah, it is pretty good timing.
Very good timing. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Again, I feel like we'll just wrap with this. It is now your job. I'm doing none of the work. You find whoever.
Got it.
I don't think I have any restrictions.
Okay.
Maybe one or two of people I never, not never, but don't really want to talk to. Never again. I don't want to give my no. Yeah, go with it any way you want, whether it's another friend of ours,
Yeah.
someone you think that'd be interesting to talk to, someone entertaining.
Yeah.
And then just give me a call and set that up. I can't wait to see who you give me.
Yeah, I can't wait to see who I get you too.
You have no clue.
No idea.
I'm gonna have to text you in a month, like, hey, dude, you remember that thing I was working on?
Remember that project I was doing? No, yeah.
Can you go off TikTok for 2 seconds?
Research, man. I'm gonna do some research.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I think it's be fun. Thank you for being my first guest.
This is fun. My first interview.
Well, all right. So yeah, first interview. I guess my first interview as well. pokemonmasterzo.
What's up?
All right, so we'll find you on TikTok if I ever download it.
Yeah,
might have to tonight just to go like all your videos. Give you an extra follower.
Thanks, Kusky. All right, it was awesome talking to you, man.
All right, see you, buddy.
Peace.